All right, good morning, guys. Thanks for
Morning.
thanks for agreeing to meet with me today. I'm Danny.
I'm Jason.
I'm Ryan.
So we're here to hopefully settle this disagreement that arises between you and the rest of your housemates. As far as my mediation experience goes, I've been learning for the last couple of semesters, but I feel like I have a very good understanding of the skills that are required to be a good mediator, so hopefully we can come to a conclusion today. And in this mediation together, it's important to be honest with each other and express your feelings and concerns as openly as possible. That's the only way we're going to come to a conclusion, is by being open and honest. And also it's important to remember that you two make the decisions here. I'm just here to help you guys express yourselves, get out what you need to say, and come to a conclusion together with my help. And then as far as the rules for today's mediation, this meeting together is 100% confidential between us three, and anything that's said won't be repeated outside of this table. And it's also important to respect each other as far as your language, don't interrupt, try not to get too upset with each other, be calm. And are there any other rules you guys like to lay down? Anything else you have to say?
No, I think it's just important that we all respect each other.
Yes, I agree with that.
That's good. Already making progress. And we can talk today for about 15 to 20 minutes, get everything out that we need to say. And so let's get started. So who would like to share their side of the disagreement first?
I wouldn't mind going first.
Go right ahead, Jason.
So lately I've been noticing a few things going on in the house. As you know, I'm a college student, and buying groceries is an important part of college life, as well as budgeting and planning for the future. It's important to know how much food you have at any given time and how much money you can spend at any given time on food. Something that's been upsetting me lately is that I've noticed one of my housemates has been eating some of the food that I've bought for myself, and I'm not quite sure how to go about the problem.
Alright, so what you're saying is that as a college student, it's important to plan out and budget your day-to-day meals. And if somebody is eating those meals, it makes it tough for you to incorporate the rebudgeting, the replanning. It just makes it a hassle on you. And as well as you're spending your own money on that, correct?
Exactly, and I think it's also just a matter of getting along with the people around you, that you need a bit of trust. And when you see it someone in particular, such as Ryan over here on the other side of the table, it just brings up an issue.
Alright, so you did see it was Ryan eating your food.
That's correct.
Alright. Do you understand that side of the story, Ryan?
Yes, I understand that side of the story.
And would you like to share your side of the story now?
Yes, if I could, please.
Of course,
Am
right
I
ahead.
allowed to? Okay, thanks. So, I agree with what he says in terms of budgeting and so on. And I feel like as a college student as well, I feel like we're in the same boat and we have a similar sort of situation whereby I have to budget for certain things too, not just food. So there needs to be consistency throughout the entire process. So I need to budget for food, cleaning supplies, toothpaste, etc. And I've noticed that my cleaning supplies, such as my toothpaste and my shampoo, have been disappearing too. And I feel like somebody has been using it without asking my permission. So in order to compensate for that loss financially, I've gone out and used somebody's food in the pantry to compensate for that.
Alright, so Ryan, what you're saying is you get the budgeting side, you agree with Jason on that aspect. It's important to budget your finances, incorporate that to your daily activities.
Yeah.
So you feel where he's coming from on that aspect, because you said people have been using your shampoo, your toothpaste, things like that.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
So in order to compensate for that, you just decided to take the liberty and use someone else's food as they had used your
Yes.
stuff.
Exactly.
Alright, Jason, you understand that?
I understand that.
Okay. So as we move forward, I think it's time to share your feelings to each other. Obviously, there's some animosity here, so we can get that on the table now, and hopefully move forward and come to a conclusion.
Okay, well, I'll go now then.
Go for it.
I feel like it's important for me to say that yes, I have been using your shampoo, and I think it's understandable from my point of view, because when you lose something, you need to make up for it by compensating and maybe taking something back. And I think that's the step that made the most sense to me, and that's why I went ahead and moved forward with it.
Thank you, that's good. Would you like to respond to that, Ryan?
Yeah, sure. I feel like I can accept the fact that I've used his food too, and due to the lack of communication between the two of us, I feel like it's created this conflict, perhaps, and perhaps we needed to sort it out in this sort of manner, but exactly the same thing, same boat, in terms of compensating for the problem.
Careful with your language.
Thank you. In terms of compensating, that was definitely a key reason for why I went through and used somebody else's food at the time.
That's good, thank you. And I've noticed that you both use the word communication.
Yes.
From what I've gathered is that the lack of communication is what's causing this issue. So how do you think you guys can communicate with each other as we move forward into the solution phase of the process?
I think it would just be important to be as considerate as possible when thinking about the other person's day-to-day activities. Maybe if there is a breakdown in communication, we need to spend a bit more time around each other and maybe spend some time outside of the college life, the college scene and environment, to perhaps maybe relax with each other and do some things that we find mutually fun. Maybe go play some soccer games, go to practice one-on-one sometimes, and just work on the way we communicate with each other might be helpful in solving the communication issue that we seem to be experiencing in the house at the moment.
Right. Remember to talk to each other here too, not just to me. So in this phase, talking to each other is more important than speaking to me, because we both know the sides of the story.
Okay.
So let's work on that communication here. Do you agree with those ideas that he has?
Yes, I agree. I feel like we should definitely have some more fun because we don't have as much fun as we should as housemates. I feel like this creates a lot of tension between us because we might have different friend groups, so on and so forth. And also, I feel like going out in terms of shopping, we could perhaps communicate what we're purchasing and how, if I'm buying shampoo, what shampoo I'm buying, what shampoo you're buying, and that creates a media that will enhance the communication between the both of us.
Definitely.
All right, so you mentioned the shopping aspect. Do you guys, whenever you go shopping, do you shop together at all? Or is it usually on separate occasions?
It's usually on separate occasions. Definitely.
If we do go together, we'll definitely go our separate ways.
I see. So maybe a possible solution could be going together.
Yeah.
Do you
Sure.
agree on that?
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe once you're in the store, do you think there's anything you could do to further neutralize the situation in the house? Maybe have pre-planned ideas? Any thoughts on that?
I have been thinking about doing something like that, and I think it's maybe important to, obviously both of us get food and both of us need cleaning supplies, but food is more frequently purchased, so perhaps when we go to buy food, we can buy our own food and then maybe alternate the days or weeks in which we buy the cleaning supplies, and for that purpose, then we could share the cleaning supplies at the same time, so we don't have to worry about who's using it and how fast it runs out, because the next time we go to the store for cleaning supplies, the other person can take care of it.
Yes, I agree with that, 100%. And plus, if we buy it in bulk, it will be more cost effective in the future.
Buying in bulk would also make sense. I agree with you.
For sure.
Alright. So I think we've come pretty far today. I'm just going to write it down here. So would you say you guys go shopping for food and things every 2 weeks or so?
Yeah. So.
So how about you two, excuse me, come to the agreement, whenever you go shopping every 2 weeks, you purchase your own food, and then the first 2 weeks, one of you buys the supplies, and the next time you come shopping, you switch. You buy your own food again, but the other person can buy the supplies.
Yeah,
That
Alternating
sounds
every
like
2
a
weeks.
good deal.
Does that work for you?
that works for me.
Alright. So I'll just write this down for us. Take care of that so it's in writing. And then, as far as reconvening and seeing how this new process works, maybe I could stop by after the second 2 weeks. So 4 weeks from now, in a month's time, we can meet again. We can go over the notes that I've taken and see how far you guys have come.
Great.
Great, sounds good.
For you guys. Alright. Thanks, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Meet you guys.
Take care.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
Okay.